Hello, how you doing? How you doing there, buddy? How you doing there, buddy? All right. Come on, come on. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm being attacked by a bee. Hey, good afternoon. I'm over here at the house, and I just got home from doing a little bit of thrifting, and I hit the dump, and I just wanted to show you guys what I found today. I did not find a lot at the Salvation Army today, but I did find a few items, and I got a really good discount. I'm not sure if they were having a big sale today, or the lady working at the register just wanted to hook me up. But at any rate, I was very grateful. I did walk around for about an hour and a half. I don't think that I picked up anything that they put out while I was there, but we will get into it. So the first thing I got was this Pampered Chef mandolin slicer. It looks like it's in okay condition. It also came with a storage case, and the storage case has 4 blades in it. I picked up this Moen Banbury towel holder. It's sealed new old stock, and I should do okay with this. I saw this in the miscellaneous tool bin. It was $1, and it says General, made in the USA. I looked it up, and it looks like they sell for about 20 to 25 shipped. This right here is a Breville brush. It goes to a juicer. I typically sell these for about $12.95 free shipping. This one was 50 cents. This is probably going to be the find of the day over at the Salvation Army. It's called a 4 Patriots sun kettle. And I guess with this, you just put water in it and the sun just kind of heats the water up. I'm going to have to take a closer look, but I believe it's still brand new. Looks like you can set it up and have hot water whenever you want to without a fuel source. It looks like these sell for really good money. It had $5 on it, but I actually paid $6 for all this stuff today at the Salvation Army. When I was leaving the Salvation Army today, I noticed they had a large grab bag bowl, and the bowl was full of miscellaneous pins. So I looked a couple up and decided to buy a bag for $1. I didn't get a chance to check the other one, but I figured for $1, it would be hard to lose. After I finished the Salvation Army trip, I decided to go hit the dump. I found a few items over there today. First thing I found was this big box of HP ink. It's 920 color and black. It's got Best Buy 2014 on it, but I think it'll still sell. I found this copy of SpongeBob Truth or Square for the Wii. It has some scratches on it, but it looks like it's complete. I got this vintage Boston Self Feeder 4. It's just an old winding pencil sharpener. And when I was at the dump, I actually looked in the trash can and they threw this away. It's an Anchor Hocking microwave dish, and it's for bacon, but you can also use it for other things. This is good quality stuff, and I noticed the reason they threw it away was because the lid was cracked. But these still sell for probably about $10 just by themselves plus shipping. So I figured I'd just clean it up a little bit and get a $7 or $8 profit. It's just better than throwing it in the trash anyway. And then on the way home, I noticed that there were some people throwing out a bunch of games and stuff on the side of the road. I don't think there's anything really worth my time here. I'll probably end up throwing most of this away. I just didn't want to stand there on their yard looking stuff up. There's people going and coming, and I kind of wanted to get out of the way. I had to park on the side of the road. There's also another game down there called Apple to Apples, and those replacement cards actually sell okay, so that'll probably be all right. And one cool thing I got from Mr. K today, he went and bought me this nice cart. It's much bigger than the cart that I usually use. Looks like it should really help me out a lot. So shout out to Mr. K for the cart. Tomorrow's going to be a listing day. I'm not going to be doing any kind of thrifting tomorrow. I'm just going to try to list whatever I can, and I'm going to try to organize some of this hoard, and hopefully we can all learn together. Hey, what's happening, guys? It's your pal Josh, and I'm over here at the light table. I'm kind of just unwinding from a heck of a day. It's Thursday night right now, about 10:15. Yesterday turned out to be a really good day for me. I took the day off. I stayed home, and I got about 12 items listed. Now, you guys probably do a whole lot more than that every day, but for me, that's a heck of a feat. And I think a lot of that might have to do with I'm a little bit over-detailed when it comes to listings. I just want to make sure I don't get a return, and I've always been like that. But I'm in a bit of a situation where I'm running out of room to store items. I've got plenty of room. I just need to consolidate and store better and really start listing so that I can get rid of more merchandise. So what I've done is pretty much limited myself to about 3 days of thrifting per week. I used to be 6 days a week, but when it comes to finding a really good deal for resale, I'm pretty much always all in. I'm not sure how October is going to look, but it really starts slowing down, I think, about that time. I would say we probably reasonably have about 6 more weeks of garage sailing to go. Although at this point, they're pretty much hit or miss. I personally don't see them all over the place. You guys might live in more metropolitan areas where you see them all the time, every weekend. They just don't have it like that here. I pretty much count on the dump or thrift stores. But honestly, I mean, you can always find somewhere to get something. But anyway, today's adventures brought me out to the Salvation Army. I hit the More Than a Thrift Store, MTAT, and I shot over to our local dump. I probably got to the Salvation Army today at around 11:30, and I have to say that I was actually pretty disappointed at the initial half an hour of trying to search out that thrift store. Usually when I go to that thrift store, I'll stay for about 2 hours. I just walked around and found a few items, but they all had to go back on the shelf because they just weren't worth any money. I don't know if there was some kind of divine intervention, or maybe my mom from up there was kind of looking after me or something. Eventually, little nuggets started to reveal themselves. And then I started finding more and more and more, and it ended up being a pretty good day. I think I only spent like $33 or $34, so it was pretty cheap. I forgot to mention, as of recently, they've been having a really big sale over there. It's 50% off on housewares. They were being a little more selective on what housewares were, but I talked to Jan, and I think what's happening is they're getting so many donations right now that they don't have the room to store it all. So they're pretty much getting rid of stuff as fast as they can and for good prices. So right now is a good time to be thrifting. So I might actually break my rule and go back out tomorrow. So I picked up this VacuVin wine saver. It was only 50 cents. They don't sell for a ton, but there's a few bucks in it. I got this bag of dishwasher detergent. It's called 7th Generation. I think this is kind of like that fancy schmancy stuff. The comps looked good on it, and it was only $1, so I figured I'd go ahead and pick it up. I found this box of water filters. I think they're for Cuisinart coffee machines. I ended up getting it for $1.50, and I think they sell for around $15 free shipping mark. I thought this was kind of a cool piece. It's a little Gerber baby in box. The box has some damage. I believe it's from the 80s. I picked it up for 85 cents, and I think it'll probably do okay. I also got this bag of tools. I'm not much of a tool guy. I think these are called like sockets. I know what they do, I know what they go to, and I know how to use them, but I'm not real good at tools. I just go for the tool I need. But there's like other things in here, a couple of wrenches. It was $4, but the lady working there today actually counted this as a houseware, so it was only $2. There's just so much in here, and for $2, I just didn't want to leave it. But I saw a bunch of items in here selling for like $4 to $6, and I thought for $2, it would be stupid not to grab this. I mean, you could probably make $75, $80 or more on this. I mean, obviously, it's going to take a little bit of work, but it's not going to take a lot of work, and you know, you can make some extra money. I also got this mini Cuisinart food processor. They wanted $4 for it. I really didn't want to pay $4 for it, so I just left it on the shelf. But when I realized that it was only going to be $2, I decided to go ahead and grab it. I never sell these as complete units, generally. I usually just toss the motor and sell the work bowl and lid, and you can usually sell it for like $20, $22 free shipping. I'm not sure how well you guys can tell, but that blade in there is gross. I mean, honestly, guys, would you want to buy something that looked like that? You see that big old crack right there? I wouldn't want to buy that. So what I do is probably just throw away the blade and put the bowl and lid up there for like $20. At $2, there's still a little room for Big Josh to make a little Skrilla. I saw the lady put this little dog out there, and I just had to buy it. I recently sold one of these. I can't remember how much I sold it for. I want to say it was between $12 and $15 plus shipping, and it just sold well. There was no complaints on it. She let me have that for $2.85 after discount. You guys probably see these things all of the time. It's a Black & Decker Handy Pop and Serve, and all that means to us laymen's is it's a popcorn maker. I've sold these things a few times, and they typically do okay. They're a little bit long tail, and sometimes the market's a bit saturated on them, but they do sell eventually. The first time round, I left it at $4, but when I found out it could be $2, I decided to buy it. I don't even check to see if these work, because even if they're broken, you could still sell the lid, the canister. All of these parts have a little bit of value. I remember when I was a kid, I really loved Paddington Bear. And I can't even tell you why, because I can't remember any of that. I saw this little Paddington Bear today, and it was $4, so it ended up costing me $3.40. It's vintage. It has the tag from 1975. It's got some little pet hair and debris on it, so I'm going to have to spruce it up a bit. But I think it'll sell okay. I'm hoping I'll make a few bucks on it. I also found this nice tea kettle. It looked like it was in decent shape, although it does have some wear and tear. There are some debris and scratches. There's some dust on there. It's going to need to be cleaned up a little bit. They wanted $4 for it, but with the sale, it was only $2. This one is made by a company called, I believe, Chantal. I don't think I've ever heard of that company, but I looked them up on eBay, and it looks like they sell for decent money. So I should do okay. That's pretty much all that I found over at the Salvation Army today. But as I was checking out, I looked to the right over at the media section, and I was like, damn! Oh, let's have a look, shall we? So yeah, it was a big basket of video games, and I walked around that area today for about an hour and a half. So it must have just got put out as I was getting ready to leave. So I went and grabbed the whole thing and shot over to the other side of the thrift store and started deciding which ones were going home with me. I ended up leaving most of them there, but I grabbed about 5. I ended up getting this copy of Midnight Club 3 for the PSP. It looks like it's in great shape, still has the manual. I got this copy of the Sly collection for the PS3. It looks like this one is also complete in the box, and whenever they're complete in a box like this, usually they'll do better. I found this PlayStation 3 copy of Infamous. This actually looks like a pretty fun game. I might just hold on to this game. Lately I've been holding on to video games because one day I might decide I want to get back into it, and I just kind of, whenever I find them, I just kind of throw them off to the side. This one's also complete in box. Looks like the previous owner kind of took care of their stuff. I'm thinking my buddy Jesse probably would have bought that whole basket at $2 a piece. In fact, I'm damn sure of it. But I figured I'd let somebody else get a shot. There were some pretty good titles in there. Like, I think there was like 3 or 4 Assassin's Creeds. They're just not, what I do. So, and they only sell for like 6 free shipping, and I'll let somebody else get them for $2. It's a great deal if you're a collector. There was this copy of Lost Planet 2. It looks like it's a Capcom title. If you guys see that word Capcom down there, that company typically does pretty well in video games. And then lastly, there was this copy of God of War. I don't think this one has a manual, but it is a 2-disc set. So after all that fun at the Salvation Army, I shot over to the MTAT store, and I actually found 2 items today. First thing I found was this vintage 7-cup Rubbermaid Servant Saver. They had $1 on this, and I generally do okay with these. I usually sell these for about $17 shipped. I typically just wrap it in a little bit of bubble wrap in brown paper and ship it right off. And I saw this sitting over on the tool area, and I thought to myself, man, this looks kind of cool. And I think the company is called Devil Biss. It's got some like rust on it, and it doesn't really look like it's in the greatest of shape. It was made in Toledo, Ohio, so definitely, that USA appeal. They had $5 on it, and, I said, what the hell? So I went ahead and bought it and thought, you know what, that'd be a cool looking decor piece. Somebody would buy that just to put it somewhere. And happily enough, I looked it up on eBay, and even in parts only condition, they're selling for like $40. The guy that works there told me that he checked it out and there was a couple problems with it. I guess there's some kind of filter missing on the bottom, and he said the pin up there was pitted. And so I guess I'm just going to disclose that and, sell it as is or for parts. And I'll probably ask like $30, $35 plus shipping for it, and hopefully I'll get it. So that was everything there. Then I shot over to the dump near my house, and I found a few things there. I gave them a small donation and just grabbed a bunch of items that I saw today. There was actually some decent stuff. I saw this red copper panini maker. Looks like it sells for about $10 plus shipping. Not a whole lot of money, but even a little bit of money is big help when it comes to putting money in the gas tank. I found this vintage Telstar piano alarm clock. I have no idea if it works or not. I saw one that sold on eBay. I'm going to test it out and see if it works, and even if it doesn't, I might be able to get something as is for parts. Some of these vintage alarm clocks, they make really good like pieces in people's man cave and stuff. People just want like old looking stuff sometimes. So you know, the price was right. This is an old vintage wall phone. It's made by AT&T. A lot of families had these in like the 80s and 90s. They were pretty popular. A lot of them don't do so well, but this is actually a pretty nice color. And again, the price was right. I think this probably cost me about a quarter, maybe 20 cents. There was also this Bose Wave Connect kit. I guess you use it to connect your iPod. I haven't even looked inside yet. Now you guys got me curious. Alright, forget about what the box says. This is the stuff that was actually in there. This thing right here ain't even there. And there's nothing else in there except for this stuff. So it looks like there's this guy right here, some kind of iPod charger. Don't really know what it goes to. And, you know, some cables. A little Bose radio remote. This will probably sell for like 10 bucks. And then there's these little cables. So, and then the last thing I found were these headphones. They're Avio wireless stereo headphones. And I haven't tested everything out, but it looks like everything's here. I think I saw comps somewhere in the $20 plus shipping area. So I think I have like 20 cents into them. So not a bad deal. So that's pretty much the stuff I found today. Let me know in the comment section if you think I did okay for how much I spent. So I want to try to list this stuff tomorrow. I've got to get these little corn holders listed. There's that ink that I got. I've got a few books here. I might need to have a repair done on my truck, so I'm trying to get some fundraising going on. So I'll probably stay home tomorrow and try to keep busy. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hey, what's happening, guys? I'm over here at the light table. I've got my official The Retro Junkie work uniform on. And I'm just over here at the light table, relaxing, hanging out with you guys. I know I wasn't supposed to go thrifting today, but I'm kind of a maverick, kind of like a James Dean kind of guy. And, you know, I'm anti-establishment. So I ended up breaking out of here and hitting the thrift store. The Salvation Army today was absolutely packed. They're still running this 50% off on housewares sale, and it's attracting quite a bit of attention. I was curious if those PlayStation 3 games that I left at the store yesterday were still going to be there today, and guess what? They were not. I think my buddy Jesse from Kansas actually hopped on a plane, came to New Hampshire, grabbed them for $2, and went back to Kansas. I'm just messing around, guys. Janet told me yesterday some kid bought them right before they closed at 5. And I told her, well, he must have been trying to add to his collection. And she seemed to think he was a reseller. And I was thinking to myself, not a very good one, I guess. Unfortunately, I didn't see any video games today, although I did see some PS1 titles back there. I saw one was a Madden, and I saw some others sitting under it, but I couldn't tell what they were. And I really didn't want to bother her about it because I don't want to, you know, piss her off. So I might end up going back tomorrow, but let me show you some of the items that I did pick up today. I saw this guy sitting over there yesterday, but I didn't see any kind of markings on it. But then I started digging a little deeper, and I found out that it's a Tupperware juice press. This thing has already fallen twice, and I've already gotten some damage on it. Got some scrapes on it and stuff, and it's got this little piece of damage right here. I'm not sure if this is going to cause any problems or not, but it seems to be working fine. Once I was able to get a little bit of information on this item, I found out that they do sell for pretty good money, and I paid $1.50 for it, so I think I should do okay. I found this vintage Vidal Sassoon hair dryer. I believe it's from the 80s, and it pretty much spins your hair, and it's got a blow dryer on it. I think she sold this to me for $1.50 today. And I've sold similar items like this in the past, and they usually do alright for me. They can take a little time to sell sometimes, but for $1.50, this is a great deal. I found this tomato growers test kit over there. It had a $1 sticker on it, so it cost me 50 cents, and these don't really sell for a lot of money, but it's brand new and it'll be easy to ship. I found this nice vintage box. It's made for index cards. So it's got the little tabs in there to hold the cards, and a little cow sticker. Isn't that nice? It's made by a company called Weiss from Michigan, made in the USA. and it was marked $2, so it was only $1 today. And you guys know I like my made in the USA stuff. I looked it up on eBay, and it doesn't look like they sell for tons and tons of money, but it looks like you could probably get between $10 and $15 plus shipping, and this is just kind of the thing I like to sell. I found this item called ThermGuard. I think somehow it keeps your pipes from freezing, but I'm not sure exactly how you set it up or anything. I don't know how you work it, but it does have the instructions. I did a quick search on eBay, but I wasn't able to find this. It was in the dollar box, so that means it was 50 cents today. I figured for 50 cents, winter will be coming up in a few months. I might as well pick it up and see what happens. I found this bottle of perfume. It's called Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. This is a true story. I'm not sure if it was this particular model, but I found this exact brand at Savers one day. It was a sealed bottle, and I think I ended up selling it for like $230. It was one of the best Savers finds ever. But when I was hounding Savers, I used to find quite a few little $100 bills there every month, but it was very rare, and I mean very rare, to find like $200 items, but that happened to be one of them. This one's only about half full, but I'm hoping I could probably sell it for about 30 bucks. I think I might have paid $1 for that. I picked up this nice Bible over there today. It's an American Bicentennial 2nd edition, and it's a pretty good sized Bible. I'm not sure how much she charged me. I think it was between $2 and $2.50. I did look it up on eBay, and I believe it's selling for somewhere in the $20 range, so I should be able to make a few bucks on this, and it'll ship media mail. I also found this Bible right here. It's the Jerusalem Bible. It does show some signs of wear, but it looks like it's in overall decent condition. It doesn't look like it's fallen apart. I looked it up on eBay, and it looks like these are going for decent money, so hopefully this will be the highlight of the day. The local dump was closed today, but I ended up going to the More Than a Thrift, and I did find 2 items. I found this little flashlight. It was $1. And this is a marking I don't see very often, made in Russia. It's an emergency flashlight. It does not use any batteries. All you have to do is just keep on winding it up like that, and you're good to go. I don't think it's supposed to hold a charge. I think it only works when you work. I looked it up on eBay, and I think one had sold for about $10, and that's probably what I'll ask for in my store. I just really like little vintage knickknacks like this, especially like made in Russia. You never see anything like that, at least I don't. But I think it's cool, and I think somebody might, maybe look around and see what else I got. And the last thing I found today was this apron. I've never bought an apron before, and especially not for $6, which was how much this was. But the only reason I bought it is because it has this really cool Looney Tunes patch on it. It originally came from the Looney Tune market. It is vintage, and it looks like somebody sold one recently for like $25 plus shipping. It's hard for the camera to pick it up, but it does have some discoloration and spots. I'm not really worried about it though, because the seller that sold the last one put in their description that theirs also had some discoloration and whatnot, so I think it'll sell for 30 bucks plus shipping to the right buyer. It does look like it's kind of a rare piece, so that's a good thing. It wasn't a home run day, not a whole lot of bangers. Not every day is going to be a banger day. I'm not sure if I'll be going out tomorrow. I may stay home. It's supposed to rain. It's been really humid lately, so it wouldn't surprise me if we get a thunderstorm or something tomorrow morning. I might shoot up to the Salvation Army for an hour or two, I don't know. I'll definitely shoot over to the local dump and see if I can't find a little bit of merchandise. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and if you're out there picking, I hope you find a bunch of good stuff. Let me know below if you guys have found any good merchandise lately. If you guys enjoy the video, please just take 2 seconds to give me a thumbs up. It might help me in the search and help me get some more subscribers. And we'll catch you guys soon. So I was getting ready to put the video together, and I forgot to show you guys something else that I picked up today. I've never seen anything like this before, but it's some kind of golf bag. It's made by a company called Bag Boy. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. It's got wheels on it, so you can basically carry the clubs around like it's luggage. That was actually the first thing that I found when I went into the Salvation Army today. It was in the free pile, so I went ahead and grabbed it. I did a quick search on eBay, and I wasn't able to find that exact model, but it looks like they could still sell for decent money, even in pre-owned condition. So I'm going to take a closer look at this tomorrow and see if I can get it on eBay. The girl that rang me up actually saw this and said that she's the one that put it out. And I asked her, did you see anything wrong with the item? And she was like, no, it looked fine, but we just don't have the room. Their loss is my gain. Anyway, let me get out of here, guys. I'll talk to you later. I guess it didn't know me too well. It did it. And I don't even check these things, because if they don't work, you can still part them out. But I would recommend, if you want to part them out, don't do that.